you ready to answer all the questions? I'm just going to sit here.
You are not.
I am. I'm just going to look like you're
Okay.
whatever.
You're just my eye candy.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, we're Nurse Sonya and Dr. Ellis, and we own the Lab Med Spa in Southlake, Texas.
And since we last featured the lab, what's been the biggest area of growth?
We've had a lot happen.
Yeah, we have had a lot happen.
I would say realistically on the operational side,
Mm-hmm.
we had a change in leadership last year, about a year ago, and since then I kind of took over and kind of cleaned up our inventory, neurotox utilization and wastage, filler utilization and wastage, and then still working on the inventory side. But I would say primarily that we brought another injector on, so we've been growing, which is good.
No, two new
two
injectors, actually.
And which has been good because in this current environment, not everyone is
Hiring.
having growth and
Right.
hiring. So I think those would be the two areas. Well, yeah, probably the two biggest areas.
We also started a second location since you guys interviewed us, and what we realized is we really need operating procedures. Like, you have to be doing the same thing at every single location. Like, you have to tell them how to go get the mail. So that's also another thing that we're working on right now.
You've been AMSPA members since 2018. What keeps you coming back to the AMSPA community?
Not only is it all the information, you guys keep really current with everything that's going on, but also it's just the networking. It's invaluable to talk to other business owners, even if they're smaller than you or if they're larger than you. Or if they're the same size that you are. It's invaluable to have contact with those people, in my opinion.
I mean, really, the largest, I think, organization for medical spas. A lot of other companies don't necessarily understand med spa and what that entails. And also, kind of talk to Alex about this a little bit too, but it's really starting to be more driven from an educational certification, accreditation. I think our side of the medical practice in the medical world isn't taken as seriously. And that's obvious because some of the things that happens on social media and everything, but we just need to definitely make sure that we are taken seriously, and we need to treat it seriously as a medical practice, right?
Yeah. I tell everybody this is a specialty area of medicine. Just because we're in aesthetics, it's just like being in plastic surgery. It's just like being in orthopedics. Aesthetics is just a niche area of medicine.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be treated.
What's one way your AMSPA membership has helped you or your practice that really stands out?
So many different ways, but
I mean, really, from the get-go, it was Brodadato who really helped us get all of the legal aspects and compliance together and get that in order. So that was huge because, as I said in my other answer, was there's really not a lot of help out there when it comes to that. So it was nice to go basically one-stop shop.
Well, and specifically for a med spa, because you have to do it completely differently in Texas. I was the one that had all the experience and all the patients, but of course he's the physician, and me as a nurse, I cannot own a medical spa in Texas. So really sitting down with AmSpa and going through all the webinars the webinars are so helpful. If you guys are not on that website at least once a month, seeing what new information is out there, it's invaluable. I watch all of them. I try to keep up to date with them. And then if we're not doing something in our office, or if we didn't know about something, I'm going to bring that webinar back to the office and share it with everybody else. So really use those resources that they have because they are invaluable. And setting up our med spa correctly from the get-go was huge, in my opinion. Yeah. Who wants to be in trouble?
Educators and mentors, why do you continue investing in events like boot camp and the AIA course if you've been involved? And you can plug the boot camp speaking today.
So this year we brought our son, and he just joined the practice about a year ago. He's going to hopefully manage our practice eventually. So any new staff that we have that are in those roles, the boot camps are invaluable. Even though we know that information, it's completely different for them. when they're sitting there listening to somebody else. It's just like the teacher tells you that your kid's good at school and you're like, what kid? My kid? Like, because they don't listen to you, right? But they're going to listen to somebody else. So I think it's invaluable for members that are staff that are in faculty, not faculty, but like they're in the front desk position, or they're managing, or they're taking care of the business. Boot camp is invaluable. Now the education part, cadaver courses, we make our nurses go to cadaver courses about every 3 years, and Dr. Surex is one of the best, and so all of my nurses have been to his cadaver course, except for the 2 new ones, and of course they will eventually. So the cadaver course is great. If y'all have not come, you definitely, it should be one of the first things you do if you're going to be an injector.
So why do I keep coming back? I enjoy teaching, always have done. I took a little bit of a break in private practice, but I started off as faculty when I finished residency, and then continued to educate throughout. And I enjoy getting up on a stage, getting the newest information, getting it out to people, and educating them in the correct manner. There's many places you go, people get on stage, and they're not necessarily giving the correct information, so I do my little part to hopefully mitigate some of that, but I just enjoy that part of medicine for me. And so this provides me a stage to do that.
Yeah. And I've been teaching for so long. I usually have ducks behind me every day at work because we run a mentorship program in our office. So yeah, I love the stage because, I've got so much information up there. I hate when people don't share it. Like, there's enough faces to go around. We do not have to compete against each other. Like, there's no reason that you can't share that information with other injectors and make it easier. Because back in my day, we didn't have the opportunities that providers have now. They wake up and they almost have too much coming at them in a day, in my opinion.
If another provider asks whether AMSPA membership is worth it, what would you tell them?
In my opinion, it's been worth it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, without a doubt.
Especially if you're first starting out,
yeah.
and look, how many years in are we in now?
Well, you've had it
from 2018. So,
yeah.
You would think, oh, we know it all, right? Like, we don't need an organization like this anymore. But you do. Our field of medicine changes so quickly, and I love that AMSPA keeps on track of that.
Well, because
makes it easier for me.
Look, in the last, I would say, really year, but probably a couple of years, the transition that's occurring from just injectables and maybe skincare and things now into whole body wellness, right? And that's being incorporated more into that. And so AMSPA just allows us to come together and learn the new nuances that are associated with that, how to treat patients appropriately, how to treat the patient as a true whole entity rather than just a face, right? So,
and I love the fact that I don't have to go on TikTok to find my news about, the latest thing happening with Allergan or Galderma, or, I open up my email. AMSPA has sent me a monthly newsletter or a weekly newsletter. It's right there. I get to click the link. I get to go read the article. I mean, it saves so much time, in my opinion, to educate yourself about what's going on in your expertise of medicine.
Looking ahead, what are you most excited about for the Lab Med Spa this year?
Oh, so much.
I'm excited that my son's going to be taking over the business.
He's excited to not have a practice anymore.
then I can do more of my clinical side of stuff, and we can do more of the teaching. I mean, that's the plan. Is we want to go and impart our knowledge to others, and it will free us up to do that a little bit more.
A lot of people have asked us to start a Patreon, and we just look at each other and we're just like, how are we going to take care of one more child, because it's just one more thing that you have to do in a day. But I think it's important, and I think freeing us up for that would be nice. Like, little podcast time, little Patreon time.
And working on accreditation for the field, certification, appropriate teaching, and what does it mean if you go to an advanced laser course? Okay, well, what does that mean, right? Right now, it could mean anything, and we definitely need to improve that portion of this industry.
There is accreditation for injectors. A lot of people don't know this, but it's the International Society of Plastic Surgery and Aesthetic Nurses. There's an organization, I think it's PSNBC, and they do the certification for CANS. CANS is the Certified Aesthetic Nurse Specialist, and then CPSN is a Certified Plastic Surgery Nurse. And so I'm certified in both. There is certification for nurses, just so y'all know, but there
Right.
aren't for lasers.
Not for lasers
Yeah.
and some other things. So yeah, we can definitely. There's a lot of work to do. So excited for us to hopefully be part of that.
And start more businesses. We're just crazy.
You killed it.